Yeah, we live again, baby. Let's get it. Oh man, AJ, my peoples. What happened with AJ? And of course, it's not just about what happened with AJ. It's also about what Dubois showed us. Dubois did his thing, yo. Dubois did his thing. You already know what it is, my peoples. Welcome to Box Center. Your boy JSmiff. I'm the host. I am him. I'm JStradamus. And we're gonna talk boxing, man. Yeah. Get with me, my peoples. Ooh. What's good, my boy? Boom. Yo, good to be back. Y'all already know what it is, man. I was gone for a week. YouTube gave me that little strike, but it's all good, you know. We take that head, learn from that. What a weekend of boxing, man. Dubois shocked the world. Shout out to my boy Ken Grayson. What's good, my boy? Did you see the fight? Yo, man, listen. This what I don't understand. How could it be possible that AJ looks so good in one fight, and then in the very next fight, he looks like a robot walking on mud? How could that be possible? Why are we getting this inconsistency performance-wise from AJ? Yeah, man, I was down and out for a week, man. Caught a little strike and whatnot, but it's all good. We learn from that. But listen. The funny thing about my YouTube strike is that the camera was looking at me, but the microphone caught the audio from the broadcast. And yo, they hit me. Boom. They was like, nah, you're trying to broadcast the fight, but I wasn't. The volume on the TV was low. I don't even know how the microphone captured it. But there you have it, my peoples. Yo, AJ, man, I don't know what happened with AJ. You know what I'm saying? People thought he was gonna go in. I thought he was actually gonna stop Dubois. That's what I said the day of the fight. Like, yeah, AJ probably gonna stop him. I was looking past Dubois. I was like, yo, who should AJ fight afterwards? You know, that's what I was thinking. I was looking past Dubois. Yo, my peoples, y'all already know what it is, man. We was gone for a week because of a YouTube strike, but we back in business. Remember, Mondays through Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yo, check it. Box Center the show. Don't miss it. And don't be cheap with that like button, my peoples. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to Box Center, man, go ahead and subscribe. Join the Box Center family. You want to see where we going with it, my peoples. Yo, so yeah, I was doing the Canelo fight. So this what happened, right? I'm going live for the Canelo fight, and I'm commenting on it, and boom, YouTube shut me down. They shut down the live. I was like, what? I got a message saying that the live was taken down. All right. So I went live again. And this time I put the volume on the TV all the way down. Okay, so I did that live. And the next morning when I woke up, I was going to go live again. And I got a message from YouTube saying that I got my first strike, that I, copyright infringement and all that. So I got a strike right now, but like I said, man, we learn from that. Keep that volume down. Don't get in trouble with YouTube. And we're going to keep it moving, my dude. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we got to think about now. Dubois beating AJ, the way that he beat him, put the beats on him. The Swiss beats. What can we expect for Dubois now? Is he gonna get a fight with Usyk? Cause, all right, he lost to Usyk before, but what now? What now? And then we have to take into account, where does AJ go from here? Yeah, man, YouTube, man, did me wrong, yo. And the funny thing is that I had the volume on the TV low. Like, if you was watching, matter of fact, that you was on that live. And during the live, somebody told me, yo, lower the volume on the TV. I was like, word, boom, I lowered it. So, but the camera's pointing at me and I'm talking, so it's not like you could listen. It's not like I'm trying to play you the audio, from the broadcast. But it is what it is, man. Now, I want to know what's going to happen next with AJ. Is he still going to end up fighting Wilder? Yo, it's crazy. You have to take into account that within the last few years, Wilder got beaten up multiple times already, badly. AJ got beat multiple times, badly. Fury already got beat, took his L. Like, the guys that was running the heavyweight division in boxing, they've all been beaten. And then, if you look at Jared Anderson, who was supposed to be the next guy taking over, he got beat up the other day. So right now, there isn't a clear guy who's running the heavyweight division. You have to think about it. The guys who were the mainstay, that's it, they're done. Like, even if they win again, because I believe AJ, he can even be champion again. But he's at the tail end. His window is closing. Tyson Fury, at his age, his window is closing. And Wilder's window closed after the first fight with Fury. So who's going to run the heavyweight division next? Because you got to take into account, Alexander Usyk, how old is he right now? So he don't have that many years left. But when Rahman beat Lennox Lewis, that was crazy, yo. That was just that one hit or quitter. I actually watched that fight live. I couldn't believe it. Let me tell you something interesting about Rahman beating Lennox Lewis. When he beat Lennox Lewis, there was a rematch clause. But guess what? Rahman didn't want to give Lennox Lewis the rematch. So Lennox Lewis had to literally take him to court. So now Rahman had the title. He didn't want to give the rematch, but he couldn't fight while he was in court. So they went to court. He fought. He really didn't want to give the rematch, but eventually he was forced to do it. He had to. Gave up the rematch, and he got slept. So, but it's crazy because he was losing. He was gonna lose that fight. If it wasn't for that one punch, he was gonna get outboxed thoroughly. Landed that one punch, became heavyweight champion of the world. Secure the bag. So shout out to Hasim Rahman. And of course, shout out to Lennox Lewis, man. For real. One of the all-time greats. Yo, Lennox Lewis is one of the best heavyweights ever. Ever, 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 ever. If you had the opportunity to watch Lennox Lewis perform, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, Andy Ruiz. And the thing is, man, that if you remember when Andy Ruiz beat AJ, look what happened in the rematch, right? AJ came through. You saw the footwork. You saw the box. He boxed him and outboxed him thoroughly. So where was that version of AJ yesterday? That's what I don't understand. How do you one fight you look like this heavyweight boxer who can move around the ring, who can dictate the pace, who can counter what your opponent is giving you, to this guy who just is not active, is not working behind the jab, is not. I don't know. Of course, Dubois also showed he's that dude. He's that dude. Cause I'ma tell you what, yo, I don't know anybody that was predicting Dubois to win this fight. I can't tell you anybody was predicting that. Everybody was already looking past Dubois. Like, yo, who is AJ gonna fight next? And you know why? Because AJ just had that momentum in his favor. If you look at his last time in the ring, he looked good. That's the way the cookie crumbles in boxing sometimes. You think something is gonna happen, and it doesn't quite happen the way you thought it would. Damn, bro. I'm telling you, I thought AJ was gonna stop him. Like, that was my perspective. Like, yo, AJ, he's been looking real good lately, real sharp. He gonna stop him. And it's crazy because right before he got stopped, he landed a big shot on Dubois. Boom! He was like, oh. And then as Dubois backed into the ropes, oh man, AJ went there with his hand down, got clipped. Got clipped with a nasty shot, man. Yo, listen, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga, it really played out the way that we thought it would. The only thing is that obviously Canelo couldn't stop him. But you saw he outboxed him. He won almost every round. Edgar Berlanga, man, listen, that performance, he was aight. He was aight. I won't give him as much credit. I won't give him as much credit simply because at one point, to me, it just looked like he was making sure he was gonna get by. He was gonna go the distance. He wasn't gonna risk himself. He wasn't actually, it didn't look like he was trying to win the fight. It looked like he was trying to survive the fight. So, he showed his toughness. He's tough. He can take a shot, and he fought back and all that, but I didn't see him fight in a way like he was trying to win. I saw him fight in a way like he was trying to do enough to not get knocked out. Yo, now I'll be honest with you. Listen, I was impressed with his toughness too, because he took some big shots and he fought back. But my point is, if you watch Canelo versus Berlanga from beginning to end, you could see that Berlanga was, slowly but surely his inactivity lowered. Like he started to be a little bit more defensive, not really letting his hands go like that. And I don't know, I just felt like he was trying to do, he got skills, obviously. So he was doing enough to make sure that he was going to survive that fight, as opposed to risk it and try to win. Like, he didn't try to step in there with Canelo and trade leather consistently to try to get the knockout. Because we already knew that he wasn't going to outbox Canelo. He was not going to win on the cards. Even he kept saying, yo, I'm going to knock him out by the sixth, by the sixth. He kept saying he was going to knock Canelo out because he know he wasn't going to beat him by points. So did he do anything to actually try to knock Canelo out? No, he didn't. He was actually trying to say, okay, let me be cautious. Let me not get knocked out myself. I felt like that's how he fought. So check it, William. With regards to Canelo having or not knockout power, I think we have to. You know what? It's at 168. I don't think he's a knockout puncher at 168. And this is what I be trying to tell people, bro. Because Canelo is a small dude at 168, yo, he not knocking people out. All of a sudden, because Crawford wants to move up and challenge him, people are like, yo, Canelo's too big. Canelo's too big. Yo, he's not too big. He's a small guy at 168. He's a small dude. So you may not see him knocking anybody out in that division. Look, to be honest, I don't think Crawford is gonna stop Canelo simply because, his entire career he's faced, a lot of hard punchers, and Canelo's never even been wobbled. He's never even been buckled or anything like that. So for Terence Crawford to move up to 168, I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I do think that Crawford will outbox him though, and beat him just like Floyd did, and just like Bivol. Use his height, his reach on him, and just outbox him. I believe that will happen. I mean, in reality, I haven't seen Benavidez calling out Crawford. So, and that doesn't even make sense, man. Benavidez is a 175. Like, come on now. That's crazy. I'm telling you, at 168, people, that's why to me the narrative that Terence Crawford is too small to move up to 168 and challenge Canelo. I laugh at that narrative because Canelo himself is a small 168 pounder. And I would tell you, there's guys in the 168 division, because Benavidez was just there, that are way too big for Crawford. That is true. But Canelo is not one of them. He's not. If Crawford, remember, when you move up in divisions, right, and you face guys that are hard punchers, the toughest thing to do is give away physical advantage. So if you move up, like look at Tank Davis. Tank Davis is like 5'5", right? So that's why he's stuck at the 135 division. And maybe, he'll mingle with 140. Are we going to see Tank Davis at 147? Well, if somebody catch some lower level guy catches a title, maybe. But are we going to see him against Boots? Hell no. Why? Because Boots is a huge 147 pounder. And Tank is a small 135 pounder. So when you give away physical advantage, you can't move up too many divisions. That's why Tank is not going to move up too much after this. But guys like that, yo, when you're a big dude like that, like for example, you look at Benavidez, Benavidez can still move up from 175 and be and dominate. So there you go. Canelo, he kept moving up, but he gives away physical advantages. Almost everybody he fights is taller than him and has longer reach than him. So when he moved up and fought B-Ball, what happened? He got beat up. I'm telling you, you have to take that into consideration. When it comes to moving up in divisions, who has the physical advantage when they face each other, right? Canelo moved up. Bivol was the taller guy. And guess what? Crawford, if he moves up, he's going to be taller than Canelo as well. He's going to have longer reach than Canelo. So you always have to take physical advantages into consideration. The one thing that Canelo has on Crawford is power. That's it. Power. But Crawford has reach and height. How many times have we already seen reach and height offset power? We see that all the time. Then we see Rayo outbox Pitbull. And I've been saying it, yo. A lot of people predicted that Pitbull was going to knock Rayo out. And look how that played out. So power doesn't always win. And then when you got physical advantages, I'm telling you, Crawford's physical advantages will allow him to outbox Canelo and stay clear from his power. You could take that to the bank to get some pounds. Let's see. Hopefully we can get that fight. But again, with AJ, I'm shocked, with the inconsistencies. One fight he looks great. We get this AJ that's just, top notch footwork, working behind the jab, combinations, moving his head. And then the next fight, we get this AJ that's like a robot swimming on mud. I don't get it. I don't understand. Is there a psychological component here? Is it a physical situation that we may not know about, injury, that kind of stuff? I don't know. But AJ just didn't look good, my peoples, for real. Yo, don't be cheap with that like button. Hit that like button, my peoples. And if you haven't subscribed to Box Center, yo, go ahead and subscribe, man. Remember, Mondays through Fridays, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, your favorite boxers' favorite boxing show. This week I got some all new segments for y'all. I'm telling you, y'all got to stay tuned. Join the Box Center family because we on the come up. Jump on this bandwagon, my peoples. You want to be on this ride and see where we going with it. Got some good stuff coming up for y'all. By the way, I was at an elite level amateur boxing tournament. You want to check those videos out. Them elite level amateurs, they be trading blows, my people. Trading blows. So I invite you to check out those videos. And again, man, don't be cheap with that like button. Don't be cheap. I be seeing ya be enjoying this boxing content, and then don't hit that like button. Stop playing with me. I'm your connections. All right? For this boxing stuff, I am him. But check it, man. I appreciate you guys coming on with me. Y'all already know what it is. Like I told you guys earlier, man, I was out for a week because I caught a YouTube strike. We back on live. And again, Box Center, the show, Mondays through Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow, the first day of the show, since I'm back from the strike, we're going to be talking about AJ. We're going to be talking about Eddie Hearn. We're going to be talking about His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. And we got to talk about Dana White. Dana White is in boxing officially. We got to talk about that. Is Dana White going to be good for boxing or not? So there's a lot of interesting stuff that we're going to be talking about tomorrow, my people. Don't forget to join me, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to King Grayson. Appreciate you, my boy. Y'all already know Box Center. Your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Peace.